pagaspas sa hangin. Dala-dala rin ng alon, lilipad tayo, lilipad tayo.
Ipagpapatuloy ang pagbabago, itataguyod ang bawat Pilipino. Sa kanyang talinong aahon tayo.
Lilipad na ang agila, magtatanggol, magmamahal sa ating bansa. Lilipad na ang agila, at bagong araw at pag-asa'y kanyang dala. Sa kanyang mga pakpak, kasama tayo sa paglipad. Sa taglay niyang lakas, hindi tayo magtitibag. Sa kanyang puso ay titibay tayo, tataas, lilipad tayo. Lilipad na ang agila, pagbabago ay itutuloy niya. 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 Lilipad na ang agila, magtatanggol, magmamahal sa ating bansa. Lilipad na ang agila, at bagong araw at pag-asa'y kanyang dala. Lilipad na ang agila, magtatanggol, magmamahal sa ating bansa. Lilipad na ang agila, at bagong araw at pag-asa'y kanyang dala. Sa kanyang mga pakpak, kasama tayo sa paglipad. Sa taglay niyang lakas, hindi tayo matitibag. Sa kanyang puso ay titibay tayo, tataas, lilipad tayo. Tataas, lilipad tayo.
Kung pagpapatuloy ang pagbabago, itataguyod ang bawat Pilipino. Sa kanyang talino aahon tayo. Lilipad na ang agila, magtatanggol, magmamahal sa ating bansa. Lilipad na ang agila, at bagong araw at pag-asa kanyang dala. Sa kanyang mga pakpak, kasama tayo sa paglipad. Sa talay niyang lakas, hindi tayo matitibag. Sa kanyang puso ay titibay tayo, at papagpagtataas, lilipad tayo.
Walang natatakutan, walang hahadlang, kaya ito kami ngayon lumalagpas.
Sumuko, ituloy ang lahat.
Ituloy ang pagbabago, tingin ang aming tinig.
Inday Sara, sa'yo lang umaasa. Inday Sara, sa'yo lang umaasa. Inday Sara, sa'yo lang umaasa. Inday Sara, lipad na agila.
Lilipad na ang agila, magtatanggol, magmamahal sa ating bansa. Lilipad na ang agila, at bagong araw at pag-asa kanyang dala. Sa kanyang mga pakpak, kasama tayo sa paglipad. Sa talay niyang
ka sana. Ang panahong hinihintay natin ay eto na. Huwag kang matakot, huwag kang mangamba, pagkat nandito siya upang tulungan ng mga tulad nating sawana sa puro pangakong napako. Alam ko na siya ay tapat, may malasakit sa tao, sa tao.
Dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran.
Tunay, love you! Huwag ka mag-alala, number 1 kita!
Siya'y isang simpleng tao, aking napatunayan. Mapagpakumbaba sa madla at maging sa kaibigan. Siya ay idolo ng marami, matanda at kabataan. Idolo ng inyong lingkod at tunay kong hinahangaan. At ngayong nakita ko na ang tunay na agila sa buong Pilipinas, siya'y aking ipapakilala. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte! Di tayo pababayaan, bayan ay aalagaan. Eto na, Inday Sara, here she comes. Duterte!
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh sa mga kapatid nating Muslim. May buntag at magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. At welcome dito sa SA4U ngayong araw ng Miyerkules. Sa ngalan ni Mayor Sara Duterte, ako po ang inyong lingkod, Tek Ocampo, live mula rito sa Davao City. Naging matagumpay at overwhelming ang naging pagbisita ng unit team sa Cavite Province kahapon. Magta ng unit team ang Dasmariñas, Cavite kung saan isang mini rally ang isinagawa sa Barangay San Juan Covered Court na dinaluhan ng daang-daang residente at supporters. Sinundan ito ng isa pang mini rally sa Barangay Paliparan 3 Covered Court sa Dasmariñas pa rin, kung saan marami rin ang dumalo. Nagkaroon din sila ng pagkakataong maka-meet and greet ng mga parallel groups sa Cavite sa pangunguna ni Congressman Gilbert Rimulya. Dito, nagsagawa ng panalangin o prayer o pray over ang mga kasapi ng religious sector para kay Apo Bongbong Marcos at Mayor Sara Duterte at sa buong unit team. Sinundan ito ng General Assembly na dinaluhan ng mga barangay kapitan, kagawad, functionaries at volunteers ng Cavite. Ipinahayag ng unit team ang kanilang taus-pusong pasasalamat sa suportang ibinigay sa kanila ng mga kabarangay sa probinsya ng Cavite. At nagtapos ang araw sa isang grand rally sa General Trias, Cavite kung saan di matatawaran ang presensya ng libo-libong mga Caviteño upang ipakita ang kanilang pagmamahal at suporta sa tambalang Apo BBM at Sara Duterte at sa buong unit team. Sa kanyang pagharap sa entablado, game na game si Mayor Sara sa pagbigay ng challenge sa isang Caviteño na pangalanan ang 12 senatorial candidates ng unit team. Samantala, muling ipinaalala ng alkalde ang pagiging burger sa kapwa kung sila'y kinansel o binoykot dahil sa pagsuporta sa unit team. Patuloy po nating antabayan ang susunod pang kaganapan ng Uniteam dito lang po sa Mayor Sara Duterte Facebook page at Inday Sara Duterte YouTube channel. Magbabalik pa po ang Sara All For You.
Ang turo ng aking mga magulang sa aking pagtatrabaho, dapat pantay-pantayan lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan natin, trabaho, edukasyon, mapayapang pamumuhay. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran. Ako si Inday Sara Duterte. Matibay ang puso na maglilingkod para sa mga Pilipino, para sa Pilipinas. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Ba't ka sumali dyan? Panlalaki yan. Yun talaga yung mga naririnig ko that time eh.
Ako po ay galing sa mahirap na pamilya. Tuloy pa rin ang buhay, lumalaban pa rin ako.
Kaya nga ang ginawa ko, talagang nagsumikap ako sa lahat ng paraan na pwedeng mabuhay kami.
Fulfilling. Kasi parang dugot pawis po yung pinagdaanan namin during training.
Lahat ng mga leader ng LGBT mag-meeting kasi mayroon daw ibigay na programa ang gobyerno tulad ng mga livelihood.
The world will be a better place if objective po yung kagandahan.
Ang kagandahan sa akin, it's for everybody.
Maganda ako dahil nakasurvive ako sa hirap ng buhay ko noon.
Ako si Inday AJ, sasagipin ka sa anumang panganib.
Ako si Inday Masoy, kakampi mo sa hamon ng buhay.
Ako po si Inday Darwin, hahasain ang inyong isip tungo sa magandang buhay. Inday will always love you.
Lilipad na ang agila at bagong araw ang pag-asa kanyang dala sa kanyang mga papag. Kasama tayo sa paglipad, sa kanyang puso ay titibay tayo, tataas lilipad tayo.
Inday Sara, sa'yo lang umaasa.
Sara, ikaw na nga.
Dahil sa hindi maiwasang mga kalamidad, mas minabuti ng Davao City LGU sa pangunguna ni Mayor Sara o Inday Sara Duterte na agad na matulungan ang mga apektadong Davaoenyo. Kung kaya't inulunsad ang isang programa upang agarang tugunan ang pangangailangan ng mga apektadong residente dahil sa kalamidad o sakuna. Tunghayan natin ang proyektong Kusina ng Bayan o Mobile Kitchen. Panoorin po natin.
Ako po si Maria Teresa Girosal, nakatira sa Purok 13 in Sisisi Relocation. May asawa at saka may 4 na anak. Ako ay nagtatrabaho sa barangay bilang BHW, health workers, at may posisyon din na President Women's Chapter. At saka meron din akong grupo na as a parent leader ng 40s.
Ako si Marites Caravan, nakatira sa Jolibel Phase 3 Tigato, nagtrabaho sa barangay Tigato bilang BHW.
Human sa kusog nga ulan kagabi sa Davao City, gibaha ang pipila ka bahin sa syudad. Nagkari ang rescue groups, nagtinabangay aron masagup ang mga residenteng nabahaan. Ani ang report ni Argil Relator.
Tirik na tirik ang araw pero gibaha ang Jade Valley.
Nagpondo na lang sa atop ang pipila ka mga residente sa Jade Valley Subdivision sa Davao City kaganinang buntag tungod sa lampas hawak nga baha. Kinihuman sa pagbunok sa ulan sa syudad kagabi. Kaganinang buntag, gisuong sa mga rescuers ang baha sa subdivision apan pakya sila nga makaabot sa ilang destinasyon sa kakusog sa sulog sa tubig. Busa nang ngita sila og laing entrada aron ma-rescue ang mga natanggong sa ilang mga balay.
Nag-umpisa kaming tumira dito 1994. Mga 10 ng beses pero depende sa level ng tubig. Pero maliit hanggang sa umabot ng second floor. Naglilikpit lang ng gamit, mga gamit doon sa itaas, then evacuate. Bago pa dumating yung mga disaster, nakaalis na kami. Nandito na kami sa evacuation area. Kasi gina-advise ng barangay captain namin na bawat yung along the river na mga bahay, pinapaalis talaga kami. Merong takot na mangyayari kasi hindi naman natin malaman kung yung sa tubig may mga kahoy na masama. So hindi natin alam yung mga kahoy dumadaan sa bahay. Kasi sa likod namin doon dumadaan ang tubig eh. Yung 2017, kasi andun ako sa ospital, yung asawa ko lang naiwan sa bahay. So galing siya ng ospital, kinuha lang yung mga bata. So walang naligpit na gamit. So umalis na agad, evacuation center. So bahala na yung naiwan sa bahay. Yun ang pinakamasakit. Wala man din kaming malipatan, tsaka wala man din kaming mga sapat na pera na pang bili ng lupa. Kasanayan na lang po.
Mahirap magbaha, evacuate nila sa evacuation, magdala sa mga bata, kapoy, mangakot sa mga gamit, abot diri, magatiman pa ka sa imong mga anak. Pag magsirin na, punta kami sa evacuation. Nakot kami ng gamit. Hindi ko makalimutan to yung 2017 kasi na sira ang bahay namin. Doon kami sa evacuation. Stay ng 1 month. Hindi pa kami makauwi. Wala man kami bahay. Kaya nasira man.
Meron tayong problem lagi kapag may disaster o merong sunog, nagkakaproblema tayo sa pagkain ng mga tao dahil pag nag-evacuate tayo, nagugutom na yung mga tao. And of course, ang ating mga rescuers, mga first responders natin, nagugutom din sila kapag nagtatrabaho sila o nag-ooperate sila sa disaster or accident. Kaya we saw the need na magkaroon ng mobile kitchen o kusina ng bayan para merong laging mainit, hot meals doon sa ating mga evacuation center and doon para sa ating mga first responders.
Lugaw,
Nagtatrabaho, dapat pantay-pantay ang lahat. Walang kasarian, edad o relihiyon. Walang mahirap, walang mayaman. Ang kailangan natin, trabaho, edukasyon, mapayapang pamumuhay. Ang kailangan ng bansa, pagkakaisa ng bayan, disiplinadong mamamayan, tuloy-tuloy na kaunlaran. Ako si Inday Sara Duterte. Matibay ang puso na maglilingkod para sa mga Pilipino, para sa Pilipinas. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Andyan sa puso natin yung hindi humuhusga sa ibang tao.
Yun pong tao na handang tumulong, yung mga instrumentong ginagamit ni Lord, yun pong ililift up ako, yung magbigay ng encouragement.
Marunong makisama kasi yung tao naman na nakakaharap mo araw-araw, kung maganda yung pakikitungo mo, babalik din sa'yo lahat ng kagandahan na ginawa mo para sa kanila.
Ako si Inday Nila, person with disability. Aalagaan ka.
Ako si Inday Lai, sasamahan kita.
Ako po si Inday Jane, handang maglingkod, isang Inday, Inday will always love you.
Lilipad na ang agila at bagong araw at pag-asa kanyang dala sa kanyang mga pakpak. Kasama tayo sa paglipad, sa kanyang puso ay titibay tayo at tatataasipan tayo.
Inday Sara, sa'yo lang umaasa.
Bago po tayo magbasa ng messages mula sa ating viewers, shoutout po muna sa mga grupong sumusuporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, kay Apo Bongbong Marcos at sa Uniteam. Let's go Uniteam Coalition! Kislap o kay Inday Sara, lilipad ang Pilipinas. Isip Pilipinas o Inday Sara, ikalawang Pangulo ng Pilipinas. Isda, Inday Sara Duterte ako at Sara tayo. Shoutout to Quacknits. Quacknits ha? Especially to Lilet, Dim, Bibi, Shane, Tam, Neshi, and Teacher Joy. Message naman mula kay Seni Masyan, matalino, masipag, maganda si Inday Sara for BP. Maraming salamat, Seni, sa iyong suporta sa ating future Vice President, Sara Duterte. Okay, message naman mula kay... Ayun. Mula kay Beth Billones. Watching here in Qatar. God bless. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Beth, at sa lahat ng mga nanonood dyan sa Qatar. At maraming salamat sa iyong suporta sa BBM Sara Unity. Mula naman kay Faye Taganas. We are proud of you, Ma'am Sara. We love you from Butuan City here. Ma'am Faye at sa mga kababayan natin sa Butuan, maraming salamat po sa iyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, ang ating future Vice President ng bansa. Ronaldo DM, hashtag Masada ako. Maraming salamat sa iyong suporta sa BBM Sara Unity. Mula kay JD Makalalay o JD Makalalay, BBM Sara Unity watching from Nueva Ecija. Maraming salamat JD at ating mga kababayan dyan sa Nueva Ecija sa inyong patuloy na suporta sa BBM Sara Unity. Mula kay LB Mulato, good day po Madam Vice President watching from Singapore. Maraming salamat po, Ma'am LB, at sa ating mga kababayan dyan sa Singapore na nanonood at sumusuporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, ang ating future Vice President. Mula kay Amira Filomena Alonzo, Tigre ng Norte at Agila ng Davao. Maraming salamat po, Amira, sa inyong suporta sa BBM Sara Unity. Mula kay Kaling Manggiren, naku po, paulit-ulit ko pinapanood, enjoy talaga ako. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na suporta sa programang Sara All for You at maging sa ating susunod na ikalawang Pangulo ng Bansa, Sara Duterte. Mula kay Amir Faisal Octavo, mahal ka ng Caviteño. Maraming salamat po, Sir Amir, at sa mga nanonood dyan sa Cavite sa inyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte. Momsi Ofel, watching from Fairview, Quezon City. Maraming salamat po, Momsi. At sa ating mga kababayan dyan sa Fairview, sa Quezon City, sa iyong suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte.
Inday Sara, ikaw ang agila.
Dito sa Artist for Sara, kilalanin natin ang mga Davao artists na nagpahayag at nagbigay ng suporta sa kandidatura pagka-vice-presidente ni Mayor Sara Duterte. Tunghayan natin ang kwento ng OPM icon at Davaoenyo na si Chad Borja. Dito lamang sa Artist for Sara.
Dito sa Davao, napakaraming may gusto na sana tumakbo siya bilang presidente. Kasi po sa tingin namin, she's very capable. Pero ang nakikita ko sa personalidad ni Inday Sara na hindi siya swapang. Hindi siya naging greedy na pwede sana talaga siya maging presidente. Na sa tingin niya, merong mas may alam pa sa kanya at sa tingin niya na mas deserving at yun po ay si BBM. Isang kaibigan ni Inday Sara na lumapit sa kanya, nagka-problema yata sa kanyang taxes. Tumawag daw kay Inday Sara at nagpapatulong sa kanya. At sinabi daw ni Inday Sara sa kanya, "Sir, marami ka namang pera, bayaran mo na lang yan." So, yun pa lang, doon mo malaman kung gaano katotoo si Inday Sara magpapatakbo. Ang isa pa, tao ito ni Inday Sara na sinabi niya na grabe si Inday Sara talagang binibigay sa amin memo lang. At wala nang, pag may mga red tapes dyan, talagang ayaw niya. Mayroon akong isang kaibigan, nagka-problema daw sila sa papeles. Tapos may isa nag-suggest, bakit hindi mo ilapit kay Inday Sara? Kasi nga kasama nila sa negosyo. Lumapit kay Inday Sara, tapos sinabi lang daw ni Inday Sara, "Hindi, kaya nyo na yan." Naalala ko, pumunta yan sa bahay, umakyat doon sa bahay namin. Tapos nagulat na lang yung aming helper. Kasi nakita niya, uy, si Mayora, nandito pala sa bahay. Mayor na siya, pero hindi mo ma-feel na nandun yung pagka down to earth, low-key. Tapos kahit siguro hanapan nyo ng kalokohan, wala kayong mahanap kay Inday Sara. Alam naman natin lahat na she's a lawyer, like her dad. Kung sa experience naman, naging mayor siya for how many years. Yung tatay nga niya, hindi makontrol si Inday Sara. Kasi may sarili siyang pag-iisip, may sarili siyang mindset, decision, ang alam niya kung ano yung tama. Yun si Inday Sara. Mayor Inday Sara, I am here to show my support, 100% support sa iyong candidacy. I know your capability, I know your intention, your good intentions para sa ating bansa. Ano pa ba masasabi ko? I really salute your humility. Gusto niyo pang matuto, no? And that's a sign of a good leader na hindi ka agad sumampa kasi nga sinasabihan ng ganito, dapat pwede ka ng ganito, ganyan. But you have your own decisions na alam ko na kung ano man yun, it's for the good of our country. Sabi niyo nga, mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. So I'm here again, I'm Chad Borja, and I'm supporting you again 100% and good luck sa inyo, Mayor Inday Sara.
Ako po si Direk Niel de Mesa ng Artists for Sara. Kung ikaw ay isang Pilipino na tunay na sumusuporta kay Mayor Inday Sara Duterte at sa tambalang BBM Sara, hinahayag mo ito sa iyong social media accounts o nagsishare ng mga posts tungkol sa Unity. At syempre, ikaw ay isang malikhaing alagad ng sining. Maaring ikaw ay isang musiko, aktor, mga awit, kompositor, taga-teatro, mananayaw, designer, graphic artist, live performer, filmmaker, manunulat, DJ, o di kaya ay nasa larangan ng multimedia at creative arts. Maaari mo nang sabihin ikaw ay isang artist for Sara. Isa sa adhikain ni Mayor Inday Sara ang pagkakapantay-pantay ng lahat ng mga Pilipino. Walang mayaman, walang mahirap, walang kasarian, walang relihiyon. Sa makatuwid, walang sikat at hindi sikat. Ang boses mo at ang iyong suporta ay mahalaga, lalo na sa larangan ng sining. Isang larangan na nais pag-ibayuhin ni Mayor Inday Sara Duterte at suportahan sa paparating niyang termino. Kung nais mong makibahagi sa mga activities o events para sa tambalang BBM Sara, mag-email lang ng inyong contact details sa artistsforsara@gmail.com. Daghang salamat at mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Syukran.
Assalamualaikum, madayaw ug maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Maraming salamat sa mga kasapi ng Artists for Sara para sa inyong suporta sa aking mithiin na maging pangalawang pangulo ng ating bansa. Nakakataba ito ng puso at dagdag inspirasyon at lakas ng loob para sa akin. Sama-sama po tayong isulong ang isang mapayapa at maunlad na pamumuhay para sa bawat Pilipino. Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas. Syukran.
Bago tayo magpaalam, shout-out po muna sa mga grupong patuloy ang suporta kay Mayor Sara Duterte, Apo Bongbong Marcos at sa buong Uniteam. Super Inday, Sara All, Masada o Marcos Sara Duterte Alliance, Inday Cares, Let's Go Uniteam Coalition at iba't ibang BBM Sara Uniteam chapters sa buong mundo. At dyan po nagtatapos ang Sara All for You ngayong araw ng Miyerkules. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagsubaybay sa ating programa. Muli pong paalala, mag-ingat pa rin laban sa COVID-19. Hindi lang para sa ating sarili, kundi para rin sa ating mga mahal sa buhay. Kaya always wear your face mask, observe social distancing, at magpabakuna o booster shot po tayong lahat. At sa ngalan ni Mayor Sara Duterte, ako po ang inyong lingkod, puso at serbisyo, Tec Ocampo. At ito po ang Sara All For You.
Ikaw, Inday Sara, ikaw ang kailangan. Nabubukod tanging pag-asa ng bayan. Sa'yo umaasa, sana ay pakinggan. Ituloy mo ang laban, ikaw ay aming sasamahan. Ituloy ang pagbabago at kaunlaran. Iyo sanang pakinggan, inaing ng bayan, Inday Sara. Ituloy mo ang laban.
Sara Zimmerman Duterte is a Filipino politician and lawyer. She is popularly known in the Philippines as Inday Sara. The nickname Inday means beloved in the Visayan language. In her baptism records, her name is Sara Vicenta, in honor of her grandfather, Vicente. She is the second child of Rodrigo Roa Duterte, the 16th President of the Republic of the Philippines, and Elizabeth Zimmerman Duterte, a former flight attendant and teacher. Sara is the first ever elected woman and the youngest vice mayor and mayor of Davao City. Her life is profoundly backdropped by her family's long history in politics and public service. Her socio-political acumen and leadership skills have been sharpened by the Duterte family's tradition of working in the government and serving the people. Sara's grandfather, lawyer Vicente Tete Gonzales Duterte, was governor of the then undivided Davao Province from 1959 to 1965. For 3 years, starting 1965, he served as a Secretary of General Services of former President Ferdinand Marcos. Before this, he served as acting mayor of Cebu's municipality of Danao from 1946 to 1948. Sara's Lolo Tete was a man remembered by many for his humility and magnanimity. Her grandmother, Soledad Gonzales Roa, was an educator who established a foundation in Davao City that served indigenous people's children needing education. On the other hand, Sara's maternal ancestry provided her with an acute understanding of the heart of the working class. Her maternal grandfather, Godofredo Baldazo Zimmerman, was the son of George John Zimmerman, a German-American missionary, and Cristita Baldazo, who hailed from Hilongos, Leyte. Her lolo Godo worked his way up from crew to ship captain. Sara's grandmother, Purissima Puring Fortunado Abellana, was an exuberant popular vendor in Davao City's Bangkerohan and Manila's Baclaran markets. Puring's roots are traced back to Tuburan, Cebu, and is said to be a putative descendant of Hari Tupas, the son-in-law of Hari Humabon. Before politics, Sara had a brief stint as a court attorney in the Supreme Court of the Philippines in 2006. She then served as vice mayor from 2007 to 2010 and was elected mayor in 2010 in what is now known as the biggest landslide election victory in the history of Davao. Although a newcomer in 2007, Sara demonstrated transformational leadership skills among the members of the City Council. Her colleague, the veteran legislator Pilar Braga, described her as a firm, principled, tactful negotiator, pacifier, and fearless administrator. One of the landmark legislation passed when she was vice mayor was the Watershed Code of Davao. It aims to protect, conserve, and manage the watershed areas of the city. Her landmark project while serving vice mayor was Inday Para sa Barangay, a whole-of-government approach to service every year in each of the 182 barangays of the city. It is now called the Caravan of Government Services when she moved to the city mayor's office. During her term as mayor, the timeless Davao Life is Here brand was created. It propelled Davao City's image as a desired market and destination for investment and tourism events, including the meetings, incentives, conference, exhibitions market. As a neophyte mayor in 2010, she easily gained the trust of Region 11 economic pillars. Then President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. appointed her as chairperson of the Regional Development Council. The RDC under her leadership made notable accomplishments that propelled the region. She was also selected as a NEDA Board Regional Development Committee Mindanao Area Committee chairperson. During her first full year as RDC chairperson, Davao Region's gross regional domestic product expanded from 3.9% in 2011 to 7.1% in 2012. Because of this notable accomplishment, Sara was lauded by Joey Salceda, a prominent economist and well-respected member of the House of Representatives, as someone with an enlightened leadership style and sophisticated economic thinking. Under Sara's leadership, Davao City soared to greater heights and emerged as a premier city in Mindanao. For the short period of 2011 to 2013, Davao City received 36 awards, citations, and recognitions for good governance, business, tourism, health, environment, fiscal management, transparency, among others. Sara served as a regional officer of the National Movement of Young Legislators in 2007 to 2010 and served as officer in the National Executive Board of the League of Cities Philippines in 2010 to 2013. At this point, she already figured in the early surveys for senators in the 2013 elections, even if she was underage. In 2013, Sara took a respite from politics, devoting her time as one of the partner lawyers of Carpio and Duterte lawyers. She passed the pre-judicature program of the Philippine Judicial Academy in preparation for her plans to join the judiciary. Her desire to continue serving the public led her to be involved in a non-government organization, and in 2014, she was elected to the Board of Governors of the Philippine Red Cross. On the side, she worked on various product endorsements and as a segment host for a local morning news show on GMA Network. Her hosting job gave her the opportunity to volunteer, deliver relief, and report firsthand on the damage and the needs of the Boholanos during the 2013 earthquake. In 2016, Sara re-entered local politics and ran for mayor. She and her mother Elizabeth, who was in between cancer treatments, embarked on a national bus caravan called Biyaheng Duterte to help campaign for President Duterte. They were joined by some members of the family and Sara's friends and classmates from high school. Fresh from the success of the bus campaign, the centerpiece of her mayoral comeback was called Biyaheng Duterte, a political agenda guided by 30 projects for 10 priority sectors: education, health, poverty alleviation, infrastructure development, solid waste management and environment, agriculture, investment and tourism, traffic and transportation management, disaster risk reduction and management, and peace and order. As a believer of continuity, Sara's 2019 mayoral re-election bid was anchored on the 2016 platform, but this time called Biyaheng Duterte, the second trip. Sara relentlessly pursued peace and progress in her administration. As a result, she was able to lift Davao City to a stellar national status with 117 awards, citations, and recognitions from March 2017 to December 2021. Davao City is included on the 2021 Top 10 Richest Cities of the Philippines of the Commission on Audit. And in the same year, Davao City was ranked the 4th most competitive, highly urbanized city by the Department of Trade and Industry. At the end of calendar year 2022, Davao City is expected to be debt-free. At the start of 2016, when she returned as mayor, Davao City's loan balance was in the amount of 1.3 billion pesos out of all loans contracted by the city during the years 2000, between 2005 and 2010, and in 2015. Loan repayments have been consistently provided for in the budget. For the year 2022, the amount of 46.7 million pesos has been made available for the final repayment, making Davao City debt-free. During her terms as mayor between 2016 and 2022, she played supporting roles to the Regional Development Council and the Regional Peace and Order Council. Sara accepted the challenge of the appointment as chairperson of both the Metropolitan Davao Coordinating Committee under the RDC and the Task Force Tunghayan of the RPOC. Both committees are trailblazing peace and development initiatives in Region 11. The Metro Davao Committee lists as an accomplishment the House of Representatives and Senate approval of the creation of Metropolitan Davao Development Authority. Sara has been recognized both here and abroad for the work that she has done as local chief executive. In 2012, she was one of the 88 nominees to the prestigious World Mayor Awards and one of the only 2 Filipino mayor nominees. In 2021, she was selected as the Philippines' top-performing mayor with a rating of 93% by an independent and non-commissioned survey of the RP Mission and Development Foundation, Incorporated. It was a feat achieved in the time of the crushing COVID-19 pandemic. Foreign governments have also recognized Sara for her work, generously supporting and inviting her to learn from their countries. She was one of only 2 Philippine mayors invited in 2012 by the government of Israel to attend the 28th International Mayors Conference. In that same year, she also participated in the World Mayors Forum in Singapore. In 2018, Sara participated in an urban planning study tour in the cities of Tokyo and Kitakyushu with the Japan International Cooperation Agency. And in 2020, she attended the 88th Winter Meeting of the United States Conference of Mayors in Washington, D.C. Sara is an alumna of the International Visitors Leadership Program of the U.S. State Department. Her advocacies are reflected in the projects dearest to her, the Peace 911, Magnegosyo Taday, Pugbabago Campaign, and the Kian Gabriel Hotline. Peace 911 is a successful local peace initiative that practically brought stability to the once conflict area of Paquibato District in Davao City. The project contributed to the collapse of the New People's Army Guerrilla Front 55. Magnegosyo Taday is a livelihood support project that encouraged entrepreneurship of women. The success of MTD spawned the Rainbow Magnegosyo Taday that intend to support entrepreneurship in the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transsexual community. The Pugbabago Campaign is a 2-pronged approach to solving interlocking problems related to poverty, children's education, and responsible parenthood. Through the Pugbabago Campaign, children and parents in the communities are given bags branded as Pugbabago that contain reading materials on the importance of education and responsible parenting. Sara personally delivers these bags to children and parents. She uses her voice and influence to steer families into the right path out of poverty. The Kian Gabriel Hotline was created to allow anonymous reporting of child neglect and abuse that paved the way to rescue children in distress. The hotline was created in memory of 2 children in Davao City who died because of abuse. Since its operationalization in October 2016 and as of January 2022, no child has died at the hands of abusers in the city. In 2018, Sara led the creation of Hugpong ng Pagbabago, a region-wide political party aimed at creating a strong, peaceful, and developed region that can become a symbol of hope for our country's progress. Just like in 2016, she also went around the country in 2019, but this time on her favorite big bike, a 900cc Yamaha XSR, she fondly named Ella to help campaign for senator candidates. In November 2021, Sara took her oath as a member of the Lakas Christian Muslim Democrats National Party. Sara is currently the chairperson of both the HNP and Lakas CMD. Sara is an adopted member of the Philippine Military Academy Maharlika Class of 1984 and the Philippine National Police Academy Tagapagkalinga Class of 1991. She is a member of the Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary and the Armed Forces of the Philippines Army Reserve Command. She holds the rank of Colonel and is currently the Assistant Brigade Commander of the 2202nd Ready Reserve Combined Arms Brigade, Philippine Army. She has received several medals, ribbons, badges, and citations for her work in Davao in support of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. She also received a presidential award from former President Benigno Simeon Aquino Jr. and the Philippine Commission for the Urban Poor in December 2011. And in August 2021, Sara was celebrated by Asia Pacific Luminaire Awards as someone who has contributed to the creation of a brighter future. Sara is a Bachelor of Science in Respiratory Therapy graduate from the San Pedro College in Davao City. She received her Juris Doctor degree from the San Sebastian College Recoletos in the city of Manila. She was presented as one of the 30 most outstanding St. Augustine awardees of San Sebastian in January 2014 and was granted by the San Sebastian College of Law the Distinguished Alumna Award for Public Service in February 2020. She also received the Distinguished Woman of Service Award from the San Beda College Alumni Association in February 2011. Sara spent 4 years of law school at the San Beda and her final year in San Sebastian. Sara is a graduate in 2011 of the twin program of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Command and General Staff College, General Staff Course, and the Development Academy of the Philippines, Master of Public Management. Sara is blessed as an adopted member of the Ata tribe of Davao City in 2013. She was given the name Bio Simulun. She is also an adopted daughter of the province of Camarines Sur and the city of Tangub, and in 2019, she was blessed as an adopted daughter of the province of Abras Tunghayan tribe, given the name Dulimaman, which was inspired from the courageous heroine in the tribe's epic Wadagan Ken Dulimaman. Sara was once involved in an infamous punching incident of a court sheriff in 2011. She has twice publicly apologized for what happened and was suspended by the Department of the Interior and Local Government and reprimanded through an administrative case. Looking back, she describes the sad incident as a turning point in her life as a politician, a constant reminder not to embarrass the mandate given to me by the people. She now considers herself the best person to talk about peace because she was once a national face of rage. Meanwhile, Sara has a collection of photos of herself with facades and altars of numerous Catholic churches taken during her travels all around the country. She is keenly interested in the architecture and history of Catholic churches, believing that each reflect the faith of the people and the uniqueness of the towns where these churches are built. She is married to fellow lawyer Manassas Reyes Carpio, and they have 3 children named Shark, Stingray, and Stonefish. Inday Sara is undoubtedly no magician, but the strength of her heart to lift everyone and soar high, fight, and win makes her second to none.